Hey there guys, C here, and it's been a while. And since it's been a while, I think I'm going to record a couple videos because there's a vacation going on, so I can do that without any issues. The first video I'm going to make is an updated pop collection. Now, if you haven't seen the old one from 2017, that was probably right around the end of it. And then we made an updated one for Christmas. I've gotten quite a few pops since then. Hold on, let me count this. Okay, counting the double pops, like the boxes with two, I have 25 pops that are new. And by new, I mean I've gotten them since Christmas of 2017. Now, forgive me as some of these have come from the beginning of 2018, so I don't really have the best detail on them. Like, I don't remember exactly when I got them, but I usually can remember, like, the store. So let's begin with Junkrat. First pop I got. Sorry about the glare. That's going to be there for the boxes. If I move it like that, it looks a little bit better. Junkrat from Overwatch. I will also be taking the pops out of their boxes so you can see it. I got this, I think, in January of last year at Books A Million. You're going to see them a lot in this video, trust me. And him outside of the box. Looks like this. He can't really stand well because of his peg leg. Oh, he has a stand. Hold on. That's why he can't stand well, because he's got a stand for this. Let me put him on his little stand here. There. With the stand, he looks like this. He's holding his, whatever that gun he has is. It's a grenade launcher sort. I can't remember the exact name of the gun, but it is the primary weapon he uses in the game. You can see he's got his peg leg, his metal arm, his hair that's on fire, and his burnt up looking face. Very good pop. I saw this and I knew I wanted it because Overwatch is probably my favorite game, at least of that's come out in the last 10 years. I've got a silver portrait, which means I'm level 600, and I almost got another star. So that tells you how much I like Overwatch. Alright, so let's continue. Put Junkrat back in this box. I'm gonna have to slip these guys back in a way that makes it look better. Because right now I'm just kind of putting them in their boxes like this without the plastic casing. So I'm gonna add that in after I record. Alright, the next pop is also from Books A Million. It's an exclusive. It's Annabelle from the movie The Conjuring. This is the Books A Million variant, which means she's bloodied. When normally she just looks like this with a crack and then I think a tiny speck of blood. Like that really dark one. I'll show you more in depth with the character when I actually take it out of the box, which I am currently doing. There. The blood I'm talking about that's supposed to be there, I think is that little splotch of it. But the rest of the blood on her, I think is part of the exclusive. So I like that. I like seeing Books A Million exclusives because since there's a Books A Million right near where I live, it's not hard to get them compared to say a GameStop exclusive, a Hot Topic exclusive. Those aren't really near where I live. they're at least like a half-hour drive from my town. They're in a different town. Well, GameStop isn't, but they don't really hold many exclusives at my location. So, Books a Million exclusives, they usually have they usually are there, so I can usually get them fairly easily. I like this pop as well. I've never seen The Conjuring or anything that has to do with Annabelle, but I do like the pop. So let's continue on with the next one. Steve in Enchanted Armor, which is a Toys R Us exclusive, which is sad, because the only Toys R Us exclusive I will ever get. I got this in, I think, June, like right before the store closed. I went like a week or two before it closed down in my area, and I went in knowing I wanted an exclusive, so I got them. Also, one more thing about these pops. Unlike before, like I said, I don't really know when I got them, so they're not really in order. Like, there's another pop I got that day. I can see it's a little bit down the list of like the pops I got, and I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna say this, that some of these pops are out of order. One of the pops I might have even shown before. If I have, whoops. But if I haven't, then you get to see a new pop. Alright, anyway, back to Steve. He's got his bow. It's enchanted, as well as his enchanted armor. And he looks like this. He's surprisingly sturdy. You'd think he'd fall over real easy, considering those are his feet. He actually has a stand, but I'm not really using it right now, because I don't really feel like getting it out. And he's got something inside of his head. I don't know what that is. But he can stand up on his own without the stand. And this is definitely like Minecraft. I like how he still has a slightly rounded eyes, despite the fact that it's Minecraft. And I honestly do like this pop, but it's got more, it feels better that I have it because it's a Toys R Us exclusive, and Toys R Us being mainly closed down. It feels good to get one more thing from it, because I used to be really excited whenever we went to the town where it was, because that was like Hot Topic, where it's in a different town from the one I live in. So whenever we went there, I always got excited that we got to go to Toys R Us, and I got a new toy, and it was great. And I feel like this is one last thing I can get from it, and it's Toys R Us. But anyway, I like this pop. There's not a ton of detail, but it's Minecraft, so there's not going to be a ton of detail. The detail that is there, like the shine on his armor, looks good. And the bow, I really like the bow. The bow looks pretty good as well. But let's continue on. Go back in your thing. I think I'm going to make a part 1 and a part 2 to this, because we're like... Hi, guys. We're like 8 minutes in, and I've only shown 3 pops. So we're going to do a part 2 to this, probably. This one's heavy. From Destiny, this is Dominus Gaul. You can't really see his entire body because he's too big for the box. So let's take him out. Now with this one, I don't really know a ton about Destiny. I just thought he looked really cool. So I was like, yep, I'm going to get you. You know, I played a little bit of Destiny a few years back, and I didn't really care for it too much. And I don't think I ever encountered this guy. So. There's a lot of detail with this guy. He's a very heavy pop, too, compared to the rest. Like, look how big he is. He's very tall. I love the detail on him. From, like, even, like, down to his feet, like, you can tell, like, they put detail in. Like, the little gold dots on it. To his belt, to this thing. I think it's like a jetpack thing on his back. Correct me, Destiny fans, because I'm sure I'm wrong. To, like, even, like, the small, like, bumpiness of his head and his mask. He looks real nice. And even though I've never actually seen this character in the thing he came from, I always liked this pop, and I always Definitely thought he was one of the best I had for a while. But now he's more of just, he's still a great pop. Because I've never really got like too many insanely good things for pops, like insanely detailed or anything. Like this one, I always enjoy just because like how awesome it is and like how freaking huge this guy is compared to the rest. And yeah, I can't really go much into detail because, like I said, didn't play Destiny too far, so don't know much about him. So let's continue on. Oh, jeez. Now, speaking of big pops, also from Overwatch, also from Books A Million, but it's not an exclusive. I'm gonna have to move this back. You read it right. Roadhog. Jesus Christ, he's a big lad. Let me grab my phone actually so I can have a flashlight to help you out a little bit. He looks really good. Let me take him out of this box so you can see him a little bit better. Look at the size of this. This is one of those, I think it's like 6-inch or whatever. He's very big. I don't know if this is for all the 6-inch, probably, but the casing's also different. This is a little bump here, ignore it. Where it comes like this instead of the normal, where like 2 halves to his casing, which is kind of cool. Which also means he sucks to put back, but oh well. Now, talking about detail, this guy. Oh, this guy. From the detail down to his hook, to like the nails, he's saying hog like they're supposed to. There you go, you can see that. So the little piggy thing on his healing thing. To his mask, having all the stitches right and all this correct. Even to like his vest and like his tattoo on his stomach. And even this, they really didn't need to have this, but they did it anyway, and I'm very appreciative of it. He's got this thing, which he doesn't actually use. I think it's a knife. He's got his hook. He's got his healing. The one thing I wish he had that he doesn't have would be his scrap gun. I know healing and the hook is a big part of him, but I wish like instead of the healing they had his scrap gun on him. The healing's fine. Just like put it like on the side, like on his like back or like. I just realized he has a butt crack there. Anyway, like on his like side or back or something, instead of just having like him holding it and having no scrap gun at all. Because I know this is not a scrap gun. This is like either like a pistol of some kind or like a knife. But also, I just noticed something about this. Look at the case. It's like a pig. Never noticed that. But I do enjoy like the detail on the hook and chain and like his like gold rings that he has, and like all the detail that goes into this character's pop. He's big. Actually, let's compare him to the Gaul. Gaul has like barely like Hog barely is taller than him. That's how big Gaul is. Is like this is a 6-inch pop. Or like it's like one of the bigger ones that come in like the giant boxes. This guy is barely smaller than him. So he barely fits in his box. In terms of like being heavy, I think Gaul's heavier out of the two. Somehow. Oh god. But anyway, like I said, I have a ton of time in Overwatch. I actually have Hog's golden gun. Junkrat I don't, but I probably will at some point soon. I'm torn between Hanzo and Junkrat in terms of which one to buy a golden gun for. Because I played both of them a lot. But anyway, let's put him back and move on a little bit further. Now, the one I said I've probably mentioned before, because I have no idea if I've actually mentioned it or not. I looked around at some videos, but I don't think I've mentioned him. It is Batman Robot Variant from Batman the Animated Series. I never watched the animated series, so I have no idea like where this came from. I don't know if it's like a Joker thing, a Riddler thing. Like basically, this is just a doppelganger of Batman. I guess I'll show off the pop itself. I don't really have to because, like I said, not a lot of detail on him. But it's basically like they pretty much just made the original Batman, but like with the little robot parts on the side. And you just take him out of the box, get him out of the little casing. Make sure the casing stays together because I actually don't really want to fix it. And here we are. That's it. He can't even stand up. He literally can't stand up on his own. And he does not have a stand. So he literally just can't stand up. There we go. In terms of detail, not a ton. They have red eye instead of the normal, like, I think it's like black or blue or whatever. His cape has this blue inlining, which I don't think it had before. But if you looked at it from this side, like at this angle, except for the red eye, you could literally just think it's a normal Batman. In terms of like the actual robot part, there's my camera. In terms of the actual robot part, it's not very detailed, but it is nice where there is a little bit. Like the dot there, that didn't need to be there at all for the eye. Really, that's about it for detail, though, on the robot. There wasn't that much. You can tell this was an early pop. Just looking at it, you can tell this was an early pop. Even though it was actually 119, or not 119, 193. So, I mean, that might still be early. I obviously have had this guy for like at least a year now, maybe even 2. So, there's a possibility he's a rather old pop. But compared to like Hog and Gaul, not a lot of detail. I still like him. That's why I got him, is because I thought he looks kind of cool. And I think he might have been in the previous video because at the time, thinking about it, I feel like I got him because at the time I didn't have like Gaul, Hog, and that kind of thing. So seeing him pop like that, I was like, oh, you're kind of cool. You're still kind of basic looking, but you're cool at least. So I grabbed him. So he might have been in the previous video, so I'm going to end talking about him. Here's one last gloss over. Not a lot to do. So let's put him back in his box. And we'll do 4 more, and that'll be it for part 1. So I gotta grab these 4 and bring them closer. There. First, a hero I have near and dear to my heart, even though I've never watched a movie about him or read his comics or anything. The Punisher, Thunderbolts variant. You can see the price, how much I paid for him on there, but I don't really care that much. But anyway, it's basically just the Punisher, but with red. He's a Walgreens exclusive, but I didn't actually get him at Walgreens. There was a comic shop in the mall near where I live that had like a ton of pops. I think this guy was the only one I bought from there. No, there was one more I bought from there. And he will be the next one I'm showing. But this is like Batman, where there's not a lot of detail. Take him out of the box. Oh, jeez, I forgot because he's Marvel. He's got a bobblehead. I forgot all about this. That's slightly annoying, but whatever. In terms of like the pop himself, not a lot of detail to him. He's got some detail on like the belt, where they made like little things that they didn't really have to. And his guns look good. His guns, they put some effort into, you can tell. But like, other than that, they didn't really put a ton of effort into this pop. At least it doesn't look like they did. It's just the Punisher with red and without his mask. It's the only difference. Honestly, in terms of the bobbleheads, I will say I always like them like this. Like, instead of like having their head like up here, like over here, I just have them like as far down as possible. Because the other pops have necks that are like kind of like that. But anyway, I do like the Punisher. I want to, from like the comics I used to draw as a kid, like I always drew like a Punisher-like character. You know, as myself, because I was a kid and I drew comics like that. So I basically just have like the Punisher, but like slightly different, because I didn't know who the Punisher was. So he was just like, I pretty much had like this guy, but removed the logo. And that was pretty much the comic guy I drew. His name was like, jeez, I can't even remember the name now. It was Nightwave. That was his name, Nightwave. Yeah. Maybe I'll do something with that sometime. I don't know. Alright, the next pop I also got from that comic store. This one's another heavy one. Oh, wait, no, I need to show you the box first. That's right. I don't know why I started not showing the box. It is the Xenomorph. The Entertainment Earth exclusive with the weird colors. For some reason. This is pixelated. He's an 8-bit, so he's very heavy. At least compared to like normal pops. They're usually fairly light, but this one's very heavy. Now this is one of those pops where like I love the detail. It sucks to hold them though because of the pixels, so they're kind of pointy on the corners of them. But anyway, looking at the pop himself, he's very detailed with all the pixels being individualized, and it looks really friggin' nice. I don't know why he's orange over here and blue over here. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but I can't think of it. And he has like the same kind of pose as the Xenomorph pop that I showed before, but now it's pixelated and weird colors. And I can't really go into too much detail, but I do love this pop a lot. This is like a pop that I saw. Like I saw the Punisher, I was like, yeah, I'll get the Punisher because like I said, he's like a hero that I really like. I saw this and I was just like, I don't have an 8-bit, and this guy looks really friggin' cool, so I think I'll probably get him. And I did. Like I said, I love the detail on him. You can tell they put a ton of effort into this pixelated pop. And let's go to the final two. First, from Lord of the Rings, Frodo Baggins, which I'm pretty sure I bought on Amazon for like $5. And you'll notice when I go over the other pops I got from Amazon, you can tell I got them for like $5. Just due to like how screwed up the box is. Like, this one's got a bunch of dents everywhere, and it just like looks kind of bad. I'll go Balrog. I will say Balrog is another pop that I really want because look at him, he looks awesome. Yeah, Frodo, I got him for like $5 because like I had like I think 20 on Amazon. And I was like, I'm gonna see how many pops I can get out of $20, and there was like a deal going, or no, it was like Amazon Prime or something where some of them are free, but you have to like buy up to like this amount of money. He might actually have been the free one. I wouldn't have been surprised. In terms of detail, yeah, sure. He looks like the guy from the movie, so a little bit of detail on his coat, that little green part of it, yeah, I like that. The hair on his feet. And that's really about it. I never watched any of the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies, and I only bought this pop because he was cheap. So let's get on to the last one. And this is a pop, even though I was not alive for the time period, I still like a lot. I love their music. Kurt Cobain, in his green sweater variant from Smells Like Teen Spirit. I love this pop because I love Nirvana. My favorite song by them is probably Come As You Are, but Lithium, Smells Like Teen Spirit, About a Girl, I like all of them a lot. And I love their MTV Unplugged in New York. That's an album I love to listen to when I just want to hear like an acoustic album. My dog's whining in the background. I don't know what she's whining about. But anyway, let's get Kurt out of this box here. What's wrong? What's wrong with the big? Okay, now in terms of detail, this pop isn't incredible because there wasn't a ton of detail to do except for his guitar, which I will say I love the detail on his guitar. It is glorious. Like how detailed they have. They have all the strings, they're completely separate. They have everything up here looks good, everything on the actual guitar itself looks good. The guitar strap looks nice. Kurt himself doesn't have a ton of detail. He's got that chain on his jeans. He's got a striped sweater, which is kind of detailed, but not really. In terms of his face, they added a stubble, which is kind of nice. They really didn't have to, but I guess it's nice of them. His clothes are very basic, and as well as his hair and his skin and all that. He didn't really have anything special about him in terms of looks. Nope, that was my fault. I knocked into the chair. I like this pop, like I said, because I love Nirvana. So it's probably rock is definitely my favorite genre of music. So Nirvana definitely holds a near part of my heart. So that's about it with him. Like I said, not a ton of detail. Nothing incredible about the pop. Just I saw this and I knew I was gonna get it because I love Nirvana. I think I saw it at it might have been at Hot Topic or some comic store that's also in that mall that's not very close to where I live. I think it might have been the I don't know. I don't remember. But I know that I'm very happy that I got them. Anyway, that's it for part 1, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to have to take a break from recording because someone's coming home soon, so I need to pick this up. Alright, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.